What's poppin', everybody? Sylveon here with some more Gardevoir GX action. We're going to be going up against our most troublesome matchup, Metagross GX. It seems that, ever since Metal and Metagross became big, Gardevoir GX, it just has so much trouble against that deck. It's the worst deck. And you guys are going to see all the implications with Rare Candy and going first as well, first hand of what I meant in my deck video. About the problems of this deck. But anyways, we're going to call the coin flip, and what will you know? I lose it, so we get to play second. My opponent is playing Metagross GX, of course, is going to play first, especially in these stage decks. I mean, really the only decks that have wanted to play second that I've come across in these recent years that really just knew what they're doing and wanted to play second were decks like Night March, those sorts of decks. I can't think of any other deck that has any benefit of going second, perhaps. Anywho, so I open up with EV, at least that's good. It means we attach Fairy Energy, Sylveon GX, and we'll get to do our shenanigans. And at least my opponent mulligans, so I'll get a free card, I suppose. Let's see. Let us see. He's going to take his time, choose an active Pokemon. I guess he has a couple. What are you going to choose? Slow opponent. Okay, so he finally made up his mind, setting up the prizes. And I get my free card here. What's it going to be? A Rare Candy. Alright. So we have two of our pieces in hand, but I don't have any nest balls or routes to play. So this is incredibly troublesome. It really just means that it's going to be a real while before Gardevoir GX comes out. Let's see what's up though, what I'm gonna do next turn. He uses Ultra Ball, discards Guzma and something else. I enjoy seeing people discard Guzma, of course. Usually people run a couple, but it's a card that if it goes to the discard pile and people lose it, I like to see that. I don't want to have to worry about it too much. And he's gonna get his Tapu Lele GX, of course, and grab the Apricot Maker. It seems he's going that route as opposed to Tapu Lele. It's fair enough. I suppose with 4 cards though in hand, Lily netting you 4 is not so bad. I'm not sure what he has in hand though. So Nest Balls, obviously, he's going to get Beldum. And he also opened up with another Beldum, so he has 2. And then the second Nest Ball, what are you grabbing? It is going to be, well, possibly another Beldum, I'd say. Taking forever. And Beldum, yeah, another Beldum. Okay. And attaches a metal energy to the active one. Right, so we top deck Acrobike. That's not really a great thing, but let's see what it's going to net me after I evolve into Sylveon GX. So at the very least, we have Sylveon GX to net as cards, and I guess if I get lucky I can use the GX attack as well against this deck. That's what it's supposed to do, the GX attack. So Acrobike, very interesting. It's going to give me Tapu Lele GX or Looker. So obviously we're going to get Tapu Lele GX here. And let's see. Very, very interesting. Naturally I'm going to get Tapu Lele GX, even though I debate it a little bit. And I'm probably going to get my own Apricot Maker. Since we have a very big hand, we can't really use a Lily effectively, so this is where the Apricot Maker comes in. It's good to have that little variety, even just that one copy can be good. You don't really, I mean, even if you favor Lily over Apricot Maker, over the Brigitte sort of play, it's no harm running, let's say, both cards running, one copy, especially since, we have the lack of supporters right now. You should have space for variety. Okay, so I'm gonna naturally get my Nest Balls too, and we're gonna grab 2 routes. I gotta get the Gardevoir out quickly. I gotta get the Gardevoirs out quickly as possible, as many as possible. Having 3 of them is very preferable, just so I can attach as many energies. You really need to get one-hit knockouts against Metagross GX. Otherwise, most of the decks, like the whole point of Metagross GX you take advantage of, is the Max Potion. It's basically just like Malamar, energy acceleration from the discard pile. The only difference is you are slower, but you have 250 HP as the trade-off. So Max Potion is an obvious thing to run. Okay, so let's see. I did a little bit of a silly play here. I should have grabbed, yeah, I grabbed double Gardevoir instead of double Candy, and I'm like, what the fuck did I do that for? I just needed, I mean, we are gonna be able to get the Gardevoir GXs out anyway, but that other Gardevoir could have been another card, like another Routes. So that was a misplay on my part. Really can't afford to do that, especially against a matchup like this. So, like I've said before, one of the downsides of Sylveon GX, one of the downsides of this deck is that you can do the Magical Ribbon play, but you also open yourself up for Judge, and maybe even worse, Copycat, letting your opponent uh, get so many free cards. It's like an amazing chorus like that too. You're giving them basically your hand advantage, and they'll probably find a way to work with all those cards in hand. Okay, so double Gardevoir GX comes out. Okay, that's all right. And he promoted the Alolan Vulpix there to grab the Pokemon, grabbed a bunch of Metangs, if I was paying attention right. And I actually have a choice right now. We could either get the KO on Vulpix, or I can basically use the GX attack right off the bat and slow him down, get rid of his Beldums. He's going to be able to get one Metang out no matter what anyway. But slowing him down so that I hopefully can get another Gardevoir GX out, and we can get the Fairy Energies, attach many of them, build up the Gardevoir GXs so we can get one-hit knockouts. We're going to need a lot. So, I don't know, maybe this wasn't the greatest play. I should have just kept using Magical Ribbon to actually get the third Gardevoir GX out. Who the fuck knows at this point? I'm not like the best expert with this deck either, but I did make like the misplay that I did, not grabbing another Routes with Magical Ribbon, and I grabbed a Gardevoir GX for no reason. The third one, wasn't a good play. So anyway, we're gonna fill our bench right now. Though I played Oricorio and the Xerneas, and we have Fairy Energies in hand, I guess, to attach. And Plea GX, I am going to go with the GX attack. So 2 Beldums are going to go in hand, slowing him down. He is going to be able to get the other Metang though, and hopefully he doesn't have a lot of good cards to work with in that big ass hand now that there has. I know that a bunch of those cards are Metangs and Beldums. So, hopefully he has to do something like Cynthia, big hand, and not really draw. And, it's sort of disruption in a way. I mean, of course, Plea GX is a disruption attack, but I'm gonna do some additional disruption by relying on him, doing something like, yeah, you see Tate and Liza, he's gonna shuffle all this big hand just to draw 5 cards. So, good enough. Let's see, get some Metal Energy, attaches that in. He's gonna use Beacon, grabs 2 free Pokemon again, and naturally a Metang and a Metagross GX. He's getting ready. Like, the Pokemon he's getting out is more threatening than the Pokemon I have out in this particular matchup. It really sucks balls. It really does. We're gonna need a lot of Fairy Energies to get a one-hit KO on that Pokemon. And I'm always wary of something like Guzma too. So spread the energies around. Attach the other one on Gardevoir GX, but this can backfire big time. And we're going to use Lily here, draw 3 cards. Don't really see a lot of shit. I already mentioned this so far, but the play where I didn't grab Routes and then I ended up benching Xerneas to have a stronger Cynthia, what have you, and Oricorio, really bites me in the ass here. Getting those additional Fairy Energies per turn, it's very significant. Because you got to remember, Gardevoir GX its attack is very strong, but it's not some sort of Rayquaza GX or Rayquaza EX sort of attack either, where you attach as many energies as you want with Raybor, what have you. You can only get the effect once, and you're only going to get it more if you have a lot of Gardevoir GXs out. So in a case like this with Metagross GX, you need a lot of energies, and just manually attaching one and getting another one sort of thing, just a couple of attachments per turn, is not going to be enough in this matchup. So my opponent used Guzma and got the Xerneas active. I don't know why he did that, but I suppose it's for stalling. It's a big retreat Pokemon. We don't have the Fairy Garden anymore. So he's thinking, okay, I'm going to get that guy stuck sort of thing there. And uses Algorithm GX. Yeah, you know, in this slow matchup, that's another thing that's so bad. With this GX attack, he can get any of the 5 cards he wants. I don't run Judge in this deck. Oh, man, it would have been so great to have a card like this in this situation. But get basically all the rest of the pieces that he needs. Lots of rare candies, Metagrosses to set up the last few Pokemon. Once he has a bunch of those out, I mean, I've already even used Pleat GX. It's really is troublesome. I need to start getting KOs. Okay, so our hand is absolutely terrible for what I'm trying to do here. I don't have another Gardevoir GX down. We don't have any Fairy Energies in hand. It sucks fucking balls. I can promote Gardevoir GX and start attacking, but it's not going to do anything. And damn, I can't really afford him though, like using Guzma next turn to start getting knockouts. I have to be as aggressive as I can. So in a way, I was sort of very unlucky too. I've said this is an unfavorable matchup as it is, but I was very unlucky. I did that misplay or maybe a bunch of misplays, and you know, it's biting me in the ass. So as you guys can see, I got a Fairy Energy and a DC, but even with all of those, it's not enough to get the knockout. You know, he's not a fool. He used Algorithm GX, you know, getting his setup, taking it slow. He doesn't need to rush. I'm the one that basically needs to rush in this situation. With only 1 energy, you know, he's very safe. Okay, you're going to need a bunch of energies, billions of energies if you want to get a knockout on my Metagross. So, you know, he knows what he's doing. He's not stupid, of course. Taking advantage of this matchup. So I just do 90, thinking I'm not going to get the knockout anyway. So let's just hopefully he doesn't get a max potion or anything. And he's not ready yet. But he's going to use Rare Candy. Metagross GX. 3 Metagross GX is out now. So that's basically all he needs to fuck me up. And max potion, of course, he has it. Very, very sad. So really, I just need millions of energies. And Geotech system, he has, with 3, he can get enough energies. So the first Gardevoir GX is going to die. That is very, very terrible. That's very, very terrible. And I'm already sort of foreseeing that, you know, this game is up. I can't win. We're still going to try, though. If we get another Gardevoir GX out, play a bunch of energies on the active Gardevoir GX. Hopefully it's enough. Not running choice bands in this deck also bites me in the ass in this situation. I really just build it for consistency. Like, outspeed this Metagross GX deck because you can't overpower it no matter what. It's very difficult to overpower it. Anywho, Gardevoir GX bites the dust, unfortunately. And I guess it's a good thing I didn't attach a lot of energies to it, trying to get the knockout there. Man, and I'm in a really terrible position. Oh, what the fuck? If we play Lele to get a supporter, then I can't play down the route, so that's bad. You know, you can see that space becomes a bitch even in a deck like this. Oricora did its part, but now it's wasting space. Got 2 Tapu Lele GXs down that waste space. Really, what shouldn't have been there is Xerneas. I never should have benched that thing. So another thing that's bad. So we're going to use Copycat. I guess my opponent has a big ass hand. I'm going to take advantage of that. And hopefully we see some stuff. But, I mean, no matter what I see, there's no choice band. Even if I see Fairy Energies, I can only get 1 with Gardevoir GX. So, man, we don't even see fucking 1. Fuck. I don't think it would have been enough though anyway. Let's see, I've got 1, 2, 4, and he has 3, so 7. 7 times 3, that's 210. Even if I had an additional 1, that just puts me up to 240. Still no knockout. So at this point, you know, we still have a long way to go, but I'm thinking, how the fuck am I gonna win here? He's switching. This is what Metagross GX does. With exactly 3, you can easily just retreat and grab the energies back with the other Metagrosses. Well, with all the Metagross GXs. And you don't even have to care about float stones and shit. In fact, it might be optimal not to have a card like that, just so you can get the energies there and attach them again. So he's gonna use Judge too, like I didn't have enough problems. And it's rough. No matter what I do, he's gonna get the knockout here on Gardevoir GX, and we only have Sylveon GX to try and do damage. It is a losing battle really, but let's see if I can do basically anything good, make the match close at least, or do something, I guess. I don't run Guzma in this deck too, so it's not like we can get something stuck either. And that's not a good strategy against an energy acceleration deck like this that can put energies on the active Pokemon too. So basically nothing is going well. I'm promoting Xerneas there as a decoy, as a wall. Get that guy out of the way too. I don't need it wasting space on my bench. So Pokenav, I'm gonna grab the Fairy Energy. We don't need another EV. And basically all I can do is just at least try and get another knockout, just so we can, I don't know, I guess get some more points for the challenge. I'm gonna play down the routes, attach a Fairy Energy, and should we actually even use lead? No, I actually passed my turn. And I need to get Gardevoir GX out, fill it up with energies, and it's the only way to get a one-hit knockout. But no matter what, he has the other Metagross GXs waiting in the wings. He has another Beldum down. He's probably gonna get another Metagross GX out, so 4 of them are gonna be out by the time I'm ready, possibly. And you guys can see it's a troublesome matchup. You know, when you don't play first, and your opponent, you know, you're both playing stage 2 decks, and he should end up setting up faster. I mean, of course, you have Sylveon GX, which is an amazing asset, but with the Alolan Vulpix, you know, if they're lucky enough and they have the rare candies in hand too, you know, they can get the Metagross GX too, perhaps. And, you know, it's a big-ass Pokemon, tough to knock out with Gardevoir GX, can easily get a one-hit knockout on you with thanks to weakness. It'd be good if we had something that, like a stadium like the Shadow Circle that blocked, negated your weakness basically. If Fairy Pokemon had something like that, I think maybe the matchup with the Metal decks would have been more 50-50. Okay, so I get the Gardevoir GX out, so I guess we're gonna get one final attack before we get our ass kicked. So attach the Fairy Energy, use Secret Spring, get one more energy in play, and we're gonna use our final attack before my opponent finishes me off. You guys can see there's not really much of anything I can do. With a bunch of Fairy Pokemon, they all died to Metagross here. So doing my 150 there, and he goes GG. Well, I guess it was in a way, but I would really like to see what was going to happen if I didn't really make that first misplay of all, of just getting that additional Gardevoir GX in the beginning with Magical Ribbon instead of getting another routes, having that guy down. So, like I've said, it's a pretty unfavorable matchup though too. There was a good chance I was going to lose anyway. It really just depends. He was a little bit slow setting up. It's not like he got the Metagross GXs out very quickly. So maybe I did have a chance if I didn't make the few fuck-ups that I did. But that's Pokemon TCG for ya. Giga Hammer and it's GG. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys subscribe. Leave a like. I hope you guys share this with your friends. I really just want to get the channel going even more. And I'll see you guys next time. We're going to show one more Gardevoir GX game, and then it's up for some other shit. Sabro24, what's up?